Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird, here to do another quick review for you guys. I don't know if it's going to go very long because a lot of you guys might not consider it horror, and it's definitely not horror. I'm going to be reviewing the first season of a kids TV show that is one of those that rides the line between, kids and adults. It's not as adult as it could be, but there are definitely some aspects. There's some jokes that adults will get that'll go over kids' heads, but the reason I'm going to talk about this show is because a lot of it has to do with mythology that is, heavy in horror movies, and it also has some horrific characters and episodes. And I'm going to be talking, not horrific, scary, but like scenarios for these characters to go through. I'm going to be talking about the first season of Gravity Falls. I had never seen this show. I had watched a clip of one episode at one time where there were zombies a couple of years ago while I was at my sister's house, and her family had it on. And I watched a little bit of it, and I was like, wow, that's a really cool show. I need to file that away and remember to go back to it because they're dealing with zombies in a kids' TV show. And so now I've watched the first season. The zombies didn't show, well, there was a zombie early on, but not in the way that the ones that I saw. This is a great show. It's 20 episodes, I believe, and so it's about two twins, Mabel and Dipper. Mabel played by Kristen Shaw, who is a huge voice actress, and she had a big part in what is it, Last Man on Earth, I believe it's called. So she's a high caliber talent. And then Jason Ritter plays Dipper, very, very capable voice actor. And then Grunkle Stan, they're basically sent to live with their great Uncle Stan in his mystery shack in the middle of Gravity Falls. And Grunkle Stan is played by Alex Hirsch. So it's a great cast. And then, there's a girl, Wendy, that Dipper really is into that works at the mystery shack. And then a character named Seuss, who's kind of a big dummy, big lovable dummy, big dumb animal kind of guy. But it's a cast of really lovable characters, and when the twins arrive, they find this book that is basically kind of a lore book that they discover has all these facts, well, all these stories rather about creatures that supposedly live in the forest surrounding the Mystery Shack. And the Mystery Shack is basically a business that their great Uncle Stan, or Grunkle Stan as they call him, that he runs, that's kind of a flim-flam operation. It's all of these, creatures that he makes up. He'll glue a wig on an animal and call it something else. Like it's a bunch of fake exhibits that he gets tourists to come and charges them out the wazoo. Meanwhile, the woods are surrounded by actual supernatural crazy creatures and things like that. That the kids are always running afoul of. And so it's basically a fun animated show where every new episode they run afoul of a different thing, and sometimes they'll go to the book and release something else, or sometimes they'll find an artifact, kind of like Warehouse 13. Like there's a carpet that causes Mabel and Dipper to switch bodies. Very early on, there's a big creature that's attacking, following them as they're driving away in a golf cart. And there's evil gnomes. There's even dinosaurs, at times. It's such a fun thing. And again, the story is just there. Mabel and Dipper are just investigating the Mystery Shack and the woods surrounding it, and getting pulled into these adventures. With all the kids, there's a rival little girl that's, the pretty princess that Mabel, who is super cute and like just super inventive and super positive and really a fun character to watch, voiced by Kristen Shaw. Dipper's a little bit more straightforward. He's your everyman, but really it's Mabel that makes the show super entertaining to watch. And I just like the lore. There's an episode called Summerween where Gravity Falls apparently celebrates Halloween in the summer. And it's a great episode because there's this big, creepy Halloween, almost scarecrow-like creature that shows up and asks for, trick or treats. And Dipper is angry, so he turns them away. And then the creature busts in and is like, you all better find me 500 pieces of candy or I'll kill you all at the end of the night. and like he's played like this big spider creature, so he crawls back up on the roof. He's this almost Crooked Man like character in Gravity Falls, and it turns out he's this creature comprised of all the unwanted candy from all the Halloweens past. It's so creative, you know. It's really interesting. Grunkle Stan, you know, plays the fool, but he kind of knows more than he's letting on, and there's mystery, and there's a cliffhanger at the end of the first season, and it's just a really entertaining show. I mean, it's animated, so there's not much by way of effects to talk about, but it's just a lot of fun, you guys, and it's creative, it's up the horror alley, and it's you know, family friendly, friend friendly. It's just a really great show. I'm excited to see where it goes. I think it only went for like 3 seasons, so I'll probably do a season review after each one. But yeah, this first season was just them sort of getting acquainted to everyone, and you find out that Dipper has a crush on Wendy, but her boyfriend, played by TJ Miller, I'm assuming he lasts the whole thing because it ran from like 2013 to 16 or something like that. So another good couple of voices there. But so that's the plot there. Mabel eventually gets a pig and sort of has the pig as the sidekick, and Grunkle Stan knows more than he's letting on. So that's sort of the arcs of the season. And they just, you know, one episode at a time deal with whatever comes. There's not much of an overall arc in season 1. I'm not sure if that changes in season 2, but something they hint at early on is brought back in the last episode regarding the mystery of Grunkle Stan. So I'm hoping that, I mean, they have to expand on it the way they ended season 1. So I don't know if you guys have seen it. I might just be really late to this party and everyone has already watched Gravity Falls, but I'm watching it on Hulu right now. So if you have Hulu, give it a try. It's a great little animated show. You could, if you have kids, watch it with your kids. You'd both have a really good time with it, and they're not going to end up super scared or anything like that. But you know, there are some scarier moments because it's just great. It has fun with that sort of thing. So definitely give Gravity Falls a try if you haven't yet. I'm going to go ahead and end this review there. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird. Special thanks to all of our patrons for supporting the channel. We greatly appreciate you. The link is in the description box if you want to become a patron. Our review for Terrifier is up over there, as well as a commentary for In the Mouth of Madness and Event Horizon. So thank you guys very much for watching, and remember, stay scared.